My name is Danie from journeyofbraid.com, and I'm extremely inspired about people's journeys. I got to work on a project with GoDaddy where we focused on entrepreneurs and small businesses, and we were able to highlight their entrepreneurship journey and how they made their own way pursuing something they love. I wanted to take a step further and showcase more about these beautiful people in Miami and what they bring to the community. And this is where the journey begins. This amazing journey through Made in Miami begins with Sarah Akiba, who is an entrepreneur, she's a designer, but she's a believer in the community that we're building here in Miami in a very special way. So thank you very much, Sarah, for having us here with you. We love your space. This co-working space is amazing. It's a dream. This is where everyone would like to work, trust me. But I wanna know what inspired you to create this concept.
So the concept of this space actually came after my philanthropic venture, which is Angel Watching Over Me Foundation, which is the thing that started everything after I lost my father to lung cancer. And from that, I originally, like you said, am a wardrobe stylist and designer. I created AWAM Club, which is actually this clothing line that we're both wearing. So it's women in 3 different languages, but it actually started as Angel Watching Over Me. And I just wanted to take everything that I did with Angel watching over me, because it's the truth. I have an angel watching over me, and so many people relate to that. And it's like a support system for everyone, you know, just being there. And we're social beings, so as social beings, we support one another. And I think that's how we grow. So I wanted to create a female co-working space because I'm so inspired by women, and I actually don't like to work alone. I think I work so much better being surrounded by many people, especially many creatives, which just so happens to be a creative space. And yeah, that's how AWAM Lab came about. So it's a women's co-working space and photography studio. We also have a full-blown agency in here where we have several women who do graphic design, photography, design in general, architecture. So that's how the lab came about.
Amazing. And what are some of the obstacles that you encountered while you were doing this? You started how many years ago?
This is now like 3 years.
Okay, so 3 years.
It's a baby.
That must be
growing.
Many obstacles anyway.
Yes, definitely. For which part? Top 3? So the brand, the space, or the foundation?
That didn't allow you to sleep the more often.
So I don't sleep at all.
Okay.
That's like one of my things. That's how I'm able to run 3 different companies. Main obstacle probably like taxes. Like I'm 25, I know nothing about taxes. I'm still trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? It's very difficult. So I think that's something I get like anxiety about, and I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to do it. Like, do I have to do it? And it's like, yeah, it's taxes. You have to do it. So taxes is definitely one of the obstacles. Also, making sure that everything is very organized so that people understand what I'm doing.
Yes.
Another obstacle would be, you know, when I do the philanthropy stuff, I'm very passionate. So, you know, like I can't sleep over someone not having food at night. You know what I mean? So like, I'm very emotional in that way, where like I just want to save everybody, and I know that I can't, but I try and do my best to save as many people as I can.
Tell me more about the philanthropic efforts that you're doing at the moment.
So Angel Watching Over Me Foundation does many, many things. It started as a support group for people who lost a loved one. So after I lost my dad, I didn't know where to go. So I just found friends that like, hey, you lost someone too, like let's start a group, you know? And that's how a AWAM support group came about, and we have a therapist on board, and that's every other week. And every Friday, I go to an inner city school down the street actually, and I talk to middle school girls about self-love, self-care, compassion. You know, they don't have really like amazing people to look up to. They live in a very, you know, hard situations. 3 of my students are poor. They have nowhere to go after school. From 11 to 13 years old.
At that time of life.
Oh yeah, confused. You're so confused, and a lot of them are dealing with, am I gay, am I straight, because I'm fat, should I kill myself? We lost one student last year. Then you hear about like challenges like the blue whale challenge, where like these kids are, it's a program on like Facebook, you have to be approved, or I don't even know if it's on Facebook, but, and it's 50 steps to commit suicide, and you have to take videos of every step, and these kids are doing that, yeah. And last year, one of the girls who was about to do her 50th step, and if you don't do the 50 steps, they release all the videos of the 50 steps. It's like embarrassing things. They release the videos.
Wow.
And she brought the box cutter to school. You cut a whale on yourself, and that's the first step. And she took out the box cutter, and she put it in the center, and she said, you know what, I was gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it anymore. Yeah.
Wow.
That was a story. 6th grader.
And what are the most valuable lessons that you've learned along the way from all the different aspects of your business?
That nothing actually matters. Nothing matters. This is all superficial. This is all superficial. You know? I think that, you know, the only thing that matters at the end of the day is it's love, it's your family, it's your children, it's who you are as well-being, it's giving compassion. Because at the end of the day, you know, like you could be the richest person wearing the nicest shoes, and tomorrow you could go broke, but what are you left with? And also, we die, right?
Yeah.
That's the last thing on our
We're all there.
on our list. So what do we take with us? Nothing. But what do we leave behind? That's what's important, right?
So you spend a lot of time giving advice to people, but what is the one piece of advice that you find the most universal when people are trying to bring dreams into reality, when they're trying to make things happen?
The one piece of advice that I would give to someone else, you mean? Just to do everything with passion, because that's what I feel works most. A lot of people told me, what you're gonna do, you know, what you're doing is not like, you need to fix it, you need to not do this because it's too much, you need to not do this because, and I'm like, but I love doing it. It has nothing to do with the money. The money will come.
And one last question. What is your definition of success? I do look forward to your answer here.
My definition of success is just to be happy. Happy's a temporary mood. I think to be joyful. To be joyful is what successful means to me, yeah. For
To
sure.
see the best side to life.
Yeah, definitely.
And what should we expect from you on the next couple of days?
Oh, okay,
The
so
next couple of months?
yeah, so definitely another collection, being in many more stores. That's the cool part about the
This
brand.
collection is fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I feel like so empowered already, and then the mugs
The
as well.
mugs, everything. It's just, it all feels good, you know? So
And it's
definitely
one word.
Yeah, one word in 3 different languages. Because I was so inspired by 3 different women in my life. I know you mentioned having a nanny. I grew up with a nanny too, because my parents were always working. And her name was Lucy Rizzo from Nicaragua. And she raised me, and that was my mujer, you know? I learned Spanish before I learned English. And femme, because I'm born in Paris. My mother's an amazing French woman that I adore and couldn't look up to anyone better than that. And woman being universal, and obviously we live in America. So, yeah.
I love it. Thank you very much. Sarah.
Thank you.